Once upon a time, in a small town nestled in the heart of the forest, there lived a young girl named Emily. She was a curious and adventurous child, always eager to explore the woods that surrounded her home. One day, while out for a walk, Emily came across a strange and ancient-looking book. It was bound in leather and had intricate designs etched into the cover. She opened it and began to read, but as she did, she felt a chill run down her spine. The book was a collection of stories, but not the kind you would tell to children. These stories were dark and twisted, filled with monsters and demons. Emily couldn't put the book down, she was entranced by the macabre tales. As she read on, she began to notice strange things happening around her. The forest seemed darker and more sinister than before, and she could swear that she heard whispering coming from the trees. She started to feel like she was being watched. One night, as she lay in bed, she heard a faint scratching at her window. She got up to investigate and saw a pair of glowing red eyes staring back at her. She screamed and ran back to her bed, pulling the covers over her head. From that night on, Emily was plagued by terrifying nightmares. In her dreams, she was chased by a dark figure, a demon from the book she had found. She knew that she had to do something before it was too late. She went to the town's only bookstore and asked the owner about the book. The owner, a wise old man, told her that the book was cursed and that it had been passed down through generations of families in the town. He warned her to stay away from it, but Emily couldn't shake the feeling that it was her destiny to read it. Emily decided to take matters into her own hands. She went back to the forest and searched for the spot where she had found the book. When she found it, she dug a hole and buried the book deep in the ground. But the nightmares continued. Emily knew that the demon from the book was still after her. She went to a local priest for help. The priest told her that the only way to banish the demon was to perform a ritual that required her to spend a night alone in the forest, at the spot where she had buried the book. Emily was terrified, but she knew that she had to do it. She went to the spot, dug up the book, and began the ritual. As she read the incantations, the demon appeared before her. It was a terrifying sight, a twisted and grotesque creature. But Emily was determined. She finished the ritual and then the demon let out a blood-curdling scream before disappearing in a puff of smoke. From that night on, Emily was free from the nightmares. She buried the book deep in the ground once more and never spoke of it again. But the townspeople whispered of a cursed book that could grant your deepest desires, but at a terrible cost. And some say that if you listen closely at night, you can still hear the demon screams coming from the forest.